Good evening and welcome to our show, Going Public. I'm Renee Bosica, and joining us tonight from the Terrebonne Parish School District are talented art teacher Jacob Jennings and talented art students Madison Brune, Philip Nguyen, and Violet Blanchard. I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. How are we doing today?
Doing
Great.
well, thank you so much.
Good. And I want to congratulate our Christmas card winners for the Terrebonne Parish School District Talented Art Christmas Card Contest. You guys each place and each get to have your Christmas card showcased throughout the community. So congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
First off, Mr. Jacob Jennings, you are a talented art teacher in the district. Can you give the audience a little bit of an overview of the Christmas card project?
Absolutely. So every year, our superintendent asks of our talented art students to come up with Christmas card designs that they all turn in a Christmas card. There's a few rules. The 5x7 needs to be some kind of art medium that's used to create the cards. That we have a due date for the students, and then they turn them in. And once he makes a decision, that card is then used to represent his personal Christmas wishes throughout the community. And it also gets to showcase our students' talents, abilities, and obviously the talented art program.
How exciting. So it sounds like a fun project to do each year.
The students, most of the students look forward to it every year. And when we come with them and say, it's time to make the Christmas cards, they know that Christmas is coming around the corner and they get really excited about the project.
Well, good. I'm going to go ahead and talk to the students for a minute. First off, we have Miss Madison Brune, who is an 11th grade Terrebonne High School student. Congratulations to you, Madison.
Thank you.
It looks like your Christmas card won first place and gets to be showcased throughout the community. How excited are you about that?
I'm really excited because I think it's a big opportunity for me to get my artwork out there so other people can see it.
And have you previously won this before?
I did. I placed first last year.
Oh, well, congratulations to you, 2 years in a row.
Thank you.
So a little bit about you. How long have you been in the Talented Art program?
So I've been in talented arts since about fourth grade, but so that would take me through elementary school and middle school all the way to 11th grade. And I've really enjoyed it so far.
And what has been your favorite art medium to work with throughout your years?
I think I've really liked to use paint. I've used so many different mediums, but I think paint's my favorite. I use a lot of acrylic paint, but I've been wanting to branch out into different types, so like oil paint.
And do you see yourself continuing to create art in the future?
I'd love to create more art in the future and just spread art everywhere as much as I can.
And what has been the favorite part of the Talented Art program?
I think my favorite part is still all the people in talented art because we can collaborate on ideas and they can help me become a better artist.
And I know that you are only an 11th grader, but what are your plans for when you do graduate?
I'm not really sure, but I really do want to involve art in whatever it is I do.
And let's talk about your Christmas card once again. What was the inspiration behind your project?
I took a lot of inspiration from the things around me and New Orleans. I think it's like a street in New Orleans I use that I really took inspiration from because I like to see what's around us.
Now, what was different from your card this year compared to last year?
Well, I think this year I involved a lot more of the city and I still used alligators like I did last year, but I think this year I tried to involve a lot more color and variety.
So is it safe to say that you're going to be participating next year in the contest as well?
I think so.
Well, good. It was an honor having you on the show.
Thank you.
Next up, we would like to showcase the artwork of Kathy Bowie, a 12th grade Eleanor Memorial High School student. Kathy's Christmas card design won second place for the district and will be mailed out throughout the community. Unfortunately, Kathy was unable to attend the show tonight. She definitely has a very beautiful art card as well. Mr. Jennings, can you give us a little overview of her card?
Mr. Mark Ogeron is actually Kathy's student. She was previously my student when I was one of the talented art teachers at Eleanor Memorial High School. But it appears that the student used acrylic paint for her piece, and just knowing the kind of pieces and the kind of medium that she was using in the previous year, it is so wonderful and welcoming to me to see such a successful piece from her this school year as a senior, and seeing her place amongst the top Christmas cards just fills me with joy to see that success from her.
Very beautiful. Also with us tonight, we have Mr. Philip Nguyen, a 12th grade Eleanor Memorial High School talented art student. Your card placed third place. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
How long have you been in the talented art program?
I joined the Talents Art program officially in my 10th grade year, but I didn't get to participate in anything because it was like right in. But I began actually in the program in 11th grade. I've been there since.
And what has been your favorite art medium to work with?
I love doing digital art because, first of all, I don't have to buy extra supplies. It saves me a lot of time and money. I get to do it's all cleaner. I can show it to my friends easier or like give it to people to see. And I can also do a lot of things like animate on it. It's much like simpler and easier for me.
And do you see yourself continuing to use art in the future as well?
Yes, ma'am. I started my art account a long time ago, probably like 4 years so, because I wanted to make art to inspire other people to draw. So I definitely see myself continuing art.
And I know, yes, you actually are a senior, but what are your plans after you graduate?
I'm gonna go to LSU, major in computer science, become a software engineer, and hopefully live comfortably.
And so, what has been the favorite part for you within the talented art program?
It's definitely the people in there, receiving feedback, criticism. If I'm stuck on something, there's always my teachers there, other students there to help me.
And let's go back to your Christmas card design. What was the inspiration behind your card, and what type of medium did you use in your card?
So first of all, I use color pencils to create this card. And my inspiration, well, I always like to do things like in a different kind of way, outside the box, a little eccentric almost. So I was like, I don't really want to do a Christmas tree or a Santa Claus. So I thought of other things that are Christmas related. So I thought reindeers, and people love animals. And you know how you take pictures of your pets when like real up close to their nose? Well, I thought that was a great idea to do that with this perspective for my piece. I also wanted a interesting way to illuminate the drawing itself. So I had the reindeer kind of peeking into Santa's little gift sack, and Santa kind of like holding him back from.
Was this a challenging project for you?
It was the first time I actually had to like use color pencils because I avoided color pencils in the past because I wasn't experienced with them. But this time I was like, well, either learn it now or never.
Good. And if you had any advice to give to any students that are coming up in talented art, what advice would you give to them?
Definitely, you always hear this one a lot, but practice is definitely what you always need because you stop working, you're gonna forget things, and if you practice, you're always gonna get better.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight. Next up, we have our honorable mention card winner, Violet Blanchard, who is a ninth grade student from South Terrebonne High School. Violet, how long have you been in the talented art program?
I got recommended and I tested to be in talented art sometime in elementary school, but I was only able to start participating in all of the events in middle school, so 5th grade.
So fifth grade. And what has been your favorite art medium to work with throughout your years?
Probably either digital or color pencils because that's what I'm most used to and they're the easiest to use, but I experiment with multiple different mediums like crayons, alcohol markers, and yeah, I would go with digital because it's easier to use and it's more convenient.
And what has been your favorite part of being in the talented art program?
The community, it's easier, like it's more, you have more freedom in the choices that you can make with your art than in regular art class, and you're able to choose, like you're given prompts, but you're not forced to specifically draw one thing.
And do you see yourself continuing to use art in the future?
Definitely, I hope I can get a job, either in freelance or working for an animation industry.
And I know that you are also just, you're younger, you're a ninth grade. Do you have any plans to go to college for art, or do you just plan to make a career out of it?
Both. Both. I hope to go to college like LSU, but I'm going to pursue art as a side interest until later in life.
Very good. Let's go ahead and talk about your Christmas card. What was the inspiration behind your project, and what type of art medium did you use?
I think I used crayons for this. My inspiration for all this was for different ornaments. Like the main focus on this drawing is the angel. So it's based around this little angel ornaments that you see on Christmas trees.
Violet, what was the most challenging part of your Christmas card project?
All of the little details, like the little ornaments in the background, were really hard to color correctly because of the medium I was using. It wasn't too challenging, but it was definitely more effort than I'm used to with backgrounds.
And if you had any advice to give to any younger, maybe middle school or elementary students about the Talented Art program, what advice would you give to them?
I would tell them to branch out more and listen to criticism because it will really help them develop their art skills better.
Well, good. I want to congratulate all of you once again. We do have to take a short break. Please continue to join us after the break to continue hearing about the Terrebonne Parish School District Talented Art Program.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.
Welcome back to Going Public. I'm Renee Fonseca, and if you are just joining us, I am joined from the Terrebonne Parish School District by Mr. Jacob Jennings, a talented art teacher, and students Madison Brune, Philip Nguyen, and Violet Blanchard. Before the break, we were going over your Christmas cards, and once again, congratulations to you. Now I'm going to come back to Mr. Jennings and kind of ask you a few questions about yourself. What led you to become a talented art teacher in Terrebonne Parish?
Many years ago, I was judging a talent contest, a special needs vocal talent contest in Lafourche Parish, and I was approached by someone in the special education department in Lafourche Parish who kind of knew me from years past and said, so we have some openings coming up soon. I think this is something you might be interested in. And because I attended private Catholic high school in my high school years, I was not aware that this program even existed. So when she told me that, I really didn't understand really what her question was. And upon several years went by, and she kept finding me at that same event and said, I really think this is something you may have been meant to do. So I kind of looked into it a little bit, and I began to prepare my education and certifications to do so in Lafourche Parish. And then obviously COVID happened, and things led to one to another, and I got the opportunity to apply for the position in Terrebonne Parish. I didn't, in my mind, see myself doing that in any other parish but Lafourche Parish, but it took about a week to meet these students, to meet these administrators at these schools, and to meet the community here on the east side of Terrebonne Parish specifically, but all of Terrebonne Parish, and really know that this was where I was meant to be, this position in this community is where I was meant to be a talented art teacher.
And what is the favorite part of your job? I mean, I can hear the passion in your voice about it, but what is your favorite part?
For the past few years, after my first year, like I said, I got to know what this program was, and I saw that the longevity of the students. So that when the student tests in, let's say, third grade, a student tests in an elementary school. Currently, I teach at elementary, middle school, and high schools. The opportunity to be with a student from their third grade year all the way to when they graduate from high school and grow with that student and watch them become a teenager and then a young adult is just something that's so exciting to me. To watch them grow as a human being and also as an artist is something that's really exciting to me. And this is my fourth year as a talented art teacher in Terrebonne Parish, and I've already gotten to see so much growth even from some of the students that are sitting with us today. It's just truly remarkable.
So it's very rewarding.
Absolutely.
Once a student qualifies for the program, or let's backtrack a little bit. How can a student qualify for the program? I know you mentioned testing. So how would they qualify?
So most of the time what happens is the student, let's say they're in third grade or fourth grade, and they have maybe a project about a president or maybe about another country, and they are given the opportunity to create a drawing for that project. That is an opportunity for their teachers to see how they kind of stand out with the other students in their grade level and age level. And if they see that student has some remarkable abilities in drawing, they may be able to put them up for the Talented Art program. So there would be an SBLC board of people at that school. The student would get an opportunity to look at a list of portfolio items they would then have to draw from. Usually that's going to be landscapes, portraiture, different still lives and inanimate objects. They would create that portfolio, turn that in. That portfolio would then be screened by either an SBLC board or other people. And if that passes that screening, the student would put up for a state evaluation, where they will go to the special education building in Terrebonne Parish and be evaluated by 2 state evaluators. If their scores and their drawings qualify them for the program, they will then immediately become qualified for the Talented Art program, where they will receive a minimum amount of educational minutes, special education minutes once a week, and which is basically like private lessons for them that we put out of one of their regular education classes. And they will receive that instruction once a week until they graduate from high school or until they no longer wish to participate in the program.
Now, when a student is working on a project, do they mostly work from home on this project, or do they work at school as well?
One of the things that I tell our students, especially our older students as they approach older middle school and high school, is they're going to be really involved in extracurricular activities, and we hope that they are. I do not want my student to come to class and say, oh my goodness, I'm so nervous I have to go to Talented Art this week because they didn't have time to work on a project at home. I tell the students right when they get in, the expectation is that I want to make sure that you are provided, even if you only showed up for the Talented Art time once a week, that would be enough time for you to finish a project. So there's no anxiety or anticipation in getting the project finished. So most of my students do work on the projects just in our class time, but I want to say about a third or a fourth of the students do really look forward to bringing things home, working in their sketchbooks. They'll come back to the next class and have 3 or 4 projects completed, one being the project that we're working on in class, and some other ones they were just really excited to work on their own. And it brings me joy to see those students wanting to work on even more than what is expected of them.
And other than the Christmas card project, do students have other opportunities to display their artwork?
Absolutely. Right now, we have 16 pieces of art that have been put into the Terrebonne Hospital right down the road from us. They're on display on several floors of the hospital, and they'll be circulated every few months. That's one of our opportunities that our talented art students have to display their artwork. Obviously, like you mentioned before, the Christmas card contest, the annual Christmas card contest every Christmas season. At the end of the school year, we also have a combined talented music, art, and theater gala held at Terrebonne High School. I think it's going to be May 4th or May 5th this year, rather, where all of our talented students across the parish get to come together and display their previously worked on art pieces. Some of them will also be making art live in front of people. Our talented theater program will be doing a production of Into the Woods Junior this year, and our talented music students will be doing small ensembles, a large group ensemble, and several solos throughout that performance opportunity as well.
And how many students do you currently have in the talented art program? I know you mentioned other teachers between all 3 of you guys.
So yes, we currently have 3 talented art teachers. Our program is growing exponentially every year. I think since I started here, we've tripled the numbers of our program. So I want to say right now, roughly, we have about 130 students across Terrebonne Parish in talented art.
And what is one of your favorite projects to work with your students and teach them?
So we, like Violet told us earlier today, we try to have projects and ideas that keep the opportunities for the students to be so open-ended that no matter what the concept of the project is, the student has a lot of creative control. We have students that are excellent drawers of portraiture and students that are really excellent at drawing landscapes. We want to make sure that even if the project focuses on something they're not super strong in, they're still going to have opportunities to display their natural abilities with room to grow through each project as they continue to complete it.
So I'm going to go ahead and ask the students now, starting with Madison, what was your favorite art project over the years?
I think that's a really hard question because I really like all of my projects that I complete, but I think some of my favorites have to do with like school spirit and how I'm able to spread my art through the school. And also, like, with friends, I'm able to, like, talk to them about it and see how we can all fully decorate the school.
And then Philip, what has been your favorite? And you can have more than one. You can have an, an open-ended question.
Well, there's this one piece that stands out to me the most, and it was a piece I made for me and my friend's little like universe of characters, right? And it was like it was this dude, and there were two dudes, right? There's a bird dude and there's like a dog dude. They were fighting, but I thought the best thing about it was that stood out to me the most is because I joined both of our little like ideas together into one thing and materialized it for me to see and look at.
Good. And I like that each of you can display your own creativity. It's that uniqueness. Violet, what has been your project, your favorite?
I'm not completely sure because some projects I really like working on, like I like the process going through them, while others I like the product of. But some of the projects I did last year, like one of them with 4 different characters and different styles, I really liked because I really liked the product of it, and I was drawing characters I really liked and then really enjoyed.
And Mr. Jennings, what are some of the skills that you've seen your students develop over the past years?
So one of the first things we try to get a student to do, especially when they come to us at a really young age, is just simple application of simple media like a pencil. They need to be able to think about a sketch and not just drill into the piece of paper really hard with a pencil. That's really hard to erase. We're trying to teach them that we are humans and we make mistakes. And through learning how to draw, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. So that eraser becomes a really important tool in the drawing process. As they get older, we grow our expectations for the student. We expect a lot out of our talented art students. They are supposed to be and achieve higher things than our regular ed population. That's why we have such strict expectations of them. When they get into high school, we expect them not necessarily to make more completed pieces, but more detailed pieces that take more time, more thought into that completed piece.
Well, good. I want to thank you guys for joining us and taking time to discuss the Talented Art program. I hope to see you guys back again as a Christmas card winner. The Terrebonne Parish School District would also like to spotlight the upcoming band and choir events. Within the month of December, we have coming up Tuesday, December 12th at Terrebonne and Houma Junior High. Well, it's going to be hosted at Terrebonne at 6:30. We have the LaCache Band at Montague Middle at 6:30. Mulberry Band at Mulberry at 6 p.m. Oakshire Band at Oakshire at 6 p.m. Southdown Band at Southdown at 9 a.m. Then on Wednesday, December 13th, we have Terrebonne Band at Terrebonne at 6:30 p.m. We have Montague Middle, the 5th grade band at Montague Middle at 6 p.m. Then we have Caldwell Middle Band at Caldwell at 6 p.m. Coming up on Thursday, December 14th, we will have the H.L. Bourgeois Jazz Band at HLB at 6:30 p.m. Then we have Montague Middle 6th through 8th grade band at Montague Middle at 6 p.m. Then we have South Terrebonne's Choir at Grand Caillou Middle Cafeteria at 6 p.m. On Friday, December 15th, we have the H.L. Bourgeois Symphonic Band at 6:30 p.m. at HL. On Monday, December 18th, we have Coteau Bayou Blue and Lisa Park bands at H.L. Bourgeois at 6:30 p.m. Coming up in January, on January 19th, we have Dularge and Bayou Black bands at H.L. Bourgeois at 6:30 p.m. I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. Please continue to join us every week on Going Public. Good night.